flexibility. I think working in a function such as human resources and workforce, having personal and professional integrity is extremely important. There's also, for me, the need to be flexible, both within the team and how we respond to our customers. And working towards a common goal. We had a significant challenge as an organisation to ensure that all our staff undertook the compulsory training that was required for their job roles. And this required actually the team working across, I suppose, all aspects of the organisation in order to not only engage the workforce in enabling them to complete their compulsory training, but also reviewing the curriculums, actually looking at the way the training was provided. The team have actually come up with a health and wellbeing and managing attendance policy that's enabled us to reduce that absence rate down to 4.6% at the end of April 2014, which again is a significant reduction, but also at the same time developing a health and wellbeing plan that actually supports the requirements of the staff and the wider organisation.
I think we have many examples of joint working, partnership working with our organisation. One that springs to mind is the new employee wellbeing policy that we have. It has successfully reduced sickness levels within our organisation. From a staff side point of view, one of our goals is to work jointly with the organisation and look at ways of reducing sickness levels. Reduce sickness levels, savings for NHS trusts, it's good for our members, it's good for staff. Having spent many years working with the HR team and the learning and development team, I think they're an outstanding bunch of people. I think they have the ability to think out of the box. They are focused and solution driven. They're prepared to have the conversations, even difficult conversations, in able to move a situation forward. There is a willingness to do what's best for the organisation, but more importantly, to do what's best for that individual member. And from my point of view, I couldn't wish to work for a better team.
Workforce strategy and its associated career framework is really giving us opportunity to review the job roles that we have in the organisation, to ensure that those job roles are where they need to be consistent, and that we really understand what the key requirements are in terms of what we need the workforce to deliver, and that's really underpinned by a really clear workforce strategy. So a real effective framework to take forward and support the changes and the ongoing challenges around service redesign in care services from here. The work that we have undertaken actually in partnership with the HR and the LD team to redesign the care services senior management and professional leadership structure. I think we can really demonstrate that we've worked in partnership to really sort of access the expertise to ensure that we get to the right outcome, which is job roles that are fit for our services at the moment, people with the right values base to deliver those roles, and with the right leadership and managerial qualities to take those roles forward.
You have a dedicated physio to improve your health and that. It's about, if you've got policies and procedures in place around sickness and absence, you've got to have a good infrastructure as well, you know, to support those policies. And having a dedicated physio is helps you maintain people at work. You know, as soon as musculoskeletal is one of the highest conditions of why people are off sick, and if you're able to offer them a physio appointment and continue help, you're able to maintain their sustenance in work.
Working on the induction project to get a smoother, leaner and fitter induction really helps get that person in post much quicker, filling that need, and because there's an induction process, they arrive with some key pieces of compulsory training already in place. It's not just a case of someone turns up for an interview, they sign a contract there and then they're on the ward the next day. There's an awful lot more involvement, and you've got to work across the trust to get an efficient and practicable induction process. Computers are ubiquitous in today's workplace, so we need to link with the IT department. We have a lot of temporary staff, their induction process is quite different, so linking with those guys, as well as embedding these into, say, the whole recruitment process is run under the HR umbrella. So we developed for those staff out of region e-learning package, which they and their line manager would identify as being more appropriate than a classroom-based induction. So we roll that out to them. We have it in a format that can be used on any PC. It doesn't have to be a trust one. So it's quite a nice, robust way of doing it.
I obviously got an opportunity to do the coaching as part of the ILM Level 4, and some people took the opportunity up, some people didn't. I went into it with quite an open mind because I knew nothing about coaching before taking part in it. If you've got more effective management, hopefully that trickles down to patients at the end of the line. You need to have a well-managed service to be providing good care to patients. So if you've got managers who know what they're doing, who have clear aims and goals, who are working through those things that may be making them stuck in their work, then hopefully that will help patient care at the end of the day. Through doing the ILM course, I've been given increased confidence in my own abilities, to have the confidence to go and apply for those jobs, which involve more management. So yeah, I wouldn't have applied for this job if I hadn't have done the ILM course.
We agreed to pilot the apprenticeship scheme because we thought it was an opportunity to attract new people to the service. We're always looking at different ways of trying to recruit new people, and the apprenticeship scheme seemed to be a new and innovative way of attracting people. The main benefits of the apprenticeship scheme have been that we've been able to bring younger people into the service. The apprenticeship scheme's been open to anybody of any age, but it has attracted a lot of younger people. The demographics of the service were that we were needing to attract younger people. We've had the opportunity to employ the first 16-year-old into the service. It's given us the opportunity to bring people in and give them a year to learn the job, rather than expect them to start a job and hit the ground running. The apprenticeship scheme has been a partnership between HR and the Learning and Development team. Without the Learning and Development team, the scheme wouldn't have happened. Whilst we're the people that have taken on the apprenticeship scheme, the Learning and Development team are the people that have made the scheme happen, have had the tenacity to keep sticking at it when we've come up against difficulties, and they've just given us a tremendous amount of support to ensure that it was successful.
The year of the apprenticeship has been one of the most fantastic years of my life. I've got a qualification behind me which has made me feel amazing. I've met some great people, worked with some great people, both individuals with support and the staff I work with. It's provided some great opportunities. I've gone and taken part in activities which has just been really a good experience to take part in. The difference it's made to me, I look at the old service differently. When I first came in to the idea of doing an apprenticeship, learning disabilities wasn't generally a role I thought about, but now I've had that experience, it's no role I don't ever want to, it's a role I want to do the rest of my life, if that's possible. Well, just have a look at the whole world when I'm walking around, and that I don't judge anymore, where it's narrow-minded before and you judge things. Now there's a whole different story behind what you actually see with your eyes, and that's what's made me a better person, knowing the difficulties people have and what they have to go through and the support they need.
The workforce development team has been critical in delivering some things that are really crucial to our organisation. So, for example, reducing the level of sickness and absence within our organisation, enabling people to actually access support, better support services when they need them, but also other things like making sure that through that we deliver things like financial targets. But it all comes together in the context of a team which is focused on actually helping people be the best that they can be in their day-to-day work.